Alright, today we're taking a nice hard look at the Gotham Stakes back on the Triple Crown Trail, and looks to be a very competitive race. I'll start off with Naos, the Lionheart horse. I'm staying away from him, although the horse is coming off of a nice victory at Philly Park. Um, Windstar Farm, Pletcher, Kentucky bred, kind of a question mark for me, to be honest. Moving along to Russell Road, who's just absolutely dismantling the Charlestown racetrack horses. He seems to be getting a lot of hype too, but I'm not betting this horse. I may put him on the bottom of a couple of the tickets, but not on my main ticket. Brings me to the 3 Masala. This is a horse that will be on the ticket, coming off the highest buyer speed figure last race out at Gulfstream. He was the second to take the points, who came back and ran a good race, second place to the Pamplemousse after traveling cross country and whatnot. Axel Foley, horse that is actually another question mark for me. I'm not going to bet him. He seems to be working very well. Coming from the West Coast, shipping him in. Trainers, decent with shippers, and it's just one of those horses that can fire and hit the board, but his speed figures seem to be a couple low. A couple of the horses in here, so I'll be going a different direction. Brings me to the Mr. Fantasy, who is my pick of the day. Really like this horse. I am going to be betting this horse pretty well. He's got a 3 out of 108 speed figure, 2 works back, 4 out of 55 last work. He broke his maiden against state bred horses, but he won by 10.5 lengths with a 97 buyer speed figure. An unbelievable race if you watch it. And then he came back and stretched out to 1 mile and 1/16 and dismantled another state bred field. But these are both at Aqueduct on the inner turf, on the inner dirt course where we're going to be riding tomorrow. And Mr. Fantasy is a $230,000 New York bred. So that's a lot of money for a New York bred. He's going to be dropping 6 pounds in this race, and I will be betting him to win. And I will be betting him on top of exactas, superfectas, and trifectas. So Mr. Fantasy, winner of the Gotham Stakes 2009. Haynesfield, he's kind of a sentimental favorite for a lot of people. Kind of like this horse. He seems to be pretty gritty and tough. He's defeating his competition pretty soundly as well. I have him in my Road to the Roses stable, but I will probably be going in a different direction here, although you'll see him underneath the winners in my ticket. Next, Imperial Council. This is a very well-bred empire maker who's working well, who's running well, who's going to be very dangerous in this race, and probably will be the key competition for Mr. Fantasy. I Want Revenge is also in my Road to the Roses stable. This is a horse I really like a lot. I like him in the Kentucky Derby, possibly to win the Kentucky Derby. He may be against it in this race, traveling cross country, but he's working great. I think he's going to be a little better, wider turns on a bigger track, going a little bit further. Out of Stephen Got Even, going to be wanting more distance, but they're shipping him cross country as well, and I think he's going to have a real good chance of winning this race. He's got to move forward quite a bit to compete with Mr. Fantasy. Then you have Giant Ryan, who really seems to be a couple low. However, you never know. I mean, here's a horse that got pounded on the inner dirt last time out. Has somewhat of a turf pedigree, but could hit the board. But for me, I'm betting the 5, betting him hard, and I am betting him on top of the 3, 6, 7, 8. So look for Mr. Fantasy in a big win tomorrow on the Road to the Roses.